What's up, Criticalbench? If you're looking to build strong, performance-based glutes, they're gonna grab the attention of the gym. Stick around, because we're gonna go over all things glutes in this video. Why glutes are important and why squats just aren't cutting it, and what you can maybe add to your routine to build those glutes you're looking for. So there's three parts to the glutes, right? We got the glute maximus, the big one that I'm sure you know. We have the glute medius, and then we got the glute minimus. We wanna make sure you're building all three parts to build that big glute, but also to build that glute shelf that a lot of you guys are looking for. So benefits to strong glutes, right? Not just looks, they're gonna help you perform. They're gonna help you squat heavier for sure, jump higher. They're also gonna help with your posture, which is super important, right? So as you're looking at your back, if you don't have glutes, I'm sure you've seen people that try to stick their butt out like that, right? But if you have glutes, you can have good posture, that neutral spine, and then your glutes just show anyways. So obviously looks, posture, and then performance. Those are three of the biggest benefits that you'll get by building your glutes. All right, guys, so we're gonna go over some exercises. I'm gonna need some demonstrators. Tosh, Lindsay. All right, guys, we're gonna go over some of the best exercises you can add to your routine, and we're gonna start simple body weight. So we're gonna go ahead and go on the ground. We're gonna start with some stuff that you can do. Obviously, a lot of these exercises you can also add weight to, but we're gonna show you body weight. We're starting with a simple hip thrust. So lots of different variations, right? We're gonna start with your feet flat. So ladies, go ahead, bring your feet as close to your hips as you can. So one tip, the closer your heels are to your butt, the more butt you're gonna work. Simple, easy to remember. The further away your feet are, the more hamstrings you're gonna work. And we're talking glutes, so feet nice and close. As you drive your hips up, you wanna make sure you're driving your knees out at the same time. So go ahead, give me a couple reps, hips up, knees go out, come back down. So like Tosh is doing, that can be two separate, right? Go up, go out, come back down, or just making sure, like Lindsay's doing, you're doing it at the same time, right? So as hips go up, knees drive out, and then it's controlled down. Those are two great options. Again, you could add a dumbbell to this, you could add a barbell to your hips. You can also add a booty band. We're gonna show you that later. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and pop up on your feet, ladies. We're gonna go over deadlifts. This one's my favorite because kind of like one of the biggest pieces you need to any exercise is the ability to progressively overload and the ability to continually go heavier. And if you're limited by a dumbbell on your hips, either for comfortability or because your gym doesn't have any, that might be something holding you back. But a deadlift, you can pretty much load up as much weight as you can on the barbell. So we're gonna go ahead and turn sideways. And again, that deadlift, making sure, a couple different options, right? You have a Romanian deadlift and a traditional, and ways to make sure you're working hamstrings, glutes, or low back. So again, we're just gonna kind of pretend you're holding weights, soft bend of the knees, and then you're really trying to get as much from the hips as you can versus from the knees, right? So I like to think about closing a door with your butt, right? So driving the hips back as far as possible, again, closing the door with your butt, and then as you stand back up, you just wanna really think about standing neutral. This is a common mistake I see a lot of people doing deadlift, is they think about the glutes a little bit too much, and they end up putting unstrained or unnecessary strain on the low back. So just making sure that you're standing up. Now we're gonna introduce some of the bands, right? So we talked about booty bands earlier, so ladies, go ahead and grab the band color. If you're looking for bands, we sell these in our store, so you can go ahead, we'll have them linked in the comments if you need a band to use at home. A couple different options, right? You can put the band low band position towards your ankle, a little bit closer to your knee. We're gonna go ahead a little bit above the knee, and we're gonna go with a banded lateral walk. So first tip, you wanna make sure you're staying in the squat, right? You don't end up standing too vertical. You're staying in the squat, and then we're just walking sideways, right? So ladies, go ahead, down in a squat. We're gonna take just 3 steps to the right. Don't want to go too far, maybe 3's too many, and then come back. So again, this would be something that I like to typically time it, right? So 3 steps right, 3 steps left for maybe 30 seconds. And again, really one that you're gonna feel the burn pretty quickly. If you don't have maybe the space to do that, one of my other favorite exercises is just called, it's like a knee abduction. So if you've probably seen the machine at the gym where you're pushing your knees out and pulling back in, you can do it just with the band. So we're gonna try that, go ahead and down into a squat. All I want you to do is kind of let one knee cave in and then drive it back out. Let the other knee cave in, drive it back out. So you could alternate like that. You can also do it together as you're letting your knees come in and out together. making sure that your feet stay glued to the floor. The feet stay flat. You don't end up just rotating on your ankles or on your feet, right? So you might feel like weight kind of shifts to the big toe, then out to the pinky toe, but what you don't want is that whole foot to come off the ground. So another great exercise you could do at home. Again, all you need is that booty band. So we're going back to the ground. Again, we went over the bridge earlier. Now we have the band on, a frog pump, your feet are together, perfect. And then you're going back down. So again, we talked about earlier, there's 3 different parts to the glute. Different angles are gonna emphasize different parts of that glute muscle. So feet flat, and then as you drive up into the bridge, same thing. Tosh, go ahead and give me a rep, drive up. You might feel a little bit restricted on range of motion, but you're really gonna feel it on the outer part of that glute, getting a little bit more of that glute medius at the same time that you're getting that glute maximus. So again, this would be another one you're looking at probably in that 8 to 10 rep range. You could also add a weight to this one, but honestly, I think the band is sometimes enough. All right, we're gonna go over one more bonus exercise. I'm gonna need a bench for this one. All right, perfect. Ladies, go ahead and stand up. We're gonna go over a step up. This could be done, again, a lot of different ways. You could have dumbbells, you could have a barbell on your back. We're gonna try it with these booty bands. So again, as you're driving up, you wanna make sure that heel stays flat. So go ahead, we're gonna both use perfect, heel stays flat, driving up. So go ahead, just move your foot a little bit further forward so your toe is off. So your heel, you know what I mean? Heel flat. Your heel's off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so as you're driving up, you want to really make sure you're getting the full extension, right? That's when the glute is fully engaged, making sure that at the top of the bench, you're going all the way up, as Tosh is doing right here. So I want one rep where you maybe don't go all the way up. Let's show them. So as you're driving up, a lot of people kind of stop. They try to extend their knee, but they don't get the hip all the way through. So as you come all the way up, you want to make sure you're getting that hip all the way through. That's where you're really working more of the glute and a little bit less of the quad, right? So as we're thinking about the step up from here, it's all quad, and then at the top is where we're really driving glute, and then a little bit at the bottom too. So again, bonus exercise, hit your step ups. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for joining me. If you like the exercises like this, we have a 21-day booty burn. It comes with the bands and a bunch of exercises like this. Make sure you check it out.